The following are more true stories told to me by my father, who grew up in Brazil. When he was around 10 years old, he had an elderly neighbor whose cognitive capacities had begun to slip in her old age. She would sometimes go to the outhouse with a long dress and relieve herself behind it, such that my father and the rest of the children could hear the sound that it made, since she chose to stay behind the outhouse. One day, she died. However, my father and his sister would still hear the sounds of the lady using the restroom behind the outhouse even after she passed. He wasn't afraid, even sometimes going as far as teasing the old lady's ghost. Well, one night, while he was playing outside, he saw a small ball of fire near a tree that he liked to climb. He didn't know what it was at first, but it started to grow larger and began going after him. He turned and tried to run, but for some reason, he couldn't run very fast. It was as if he were running in slow motion. I've had this happen to me in a dream, but my father was wide awake. As he struggled, trying to run toward the back door of his house, he said he could feel the large ball of fire heat up his back and his neck. It was like running through molasses. Finally, he made it to his door, and as soon as he crossed the threshold, whatever hold she'd had on him was released, and he ran into the house yelling for his mom. The ball of fire kept reappearing, and my father began to stay indoors at nighttime. One of the scariest incidents to happen in the neighborhood happened to the old woman's grandson, and my father was a witness. The grandson, who was a young man, was lying on the floor, struggling and unable to breathe. He was running out of air. Suddenly, his father came and pulled him up, and he was finally able to breathe again. He'd felt like something was crushing him to death. None of the adults could see it, but my father said that all of the children in the neighborhood were able to see it clearly. The ball of fire had been on top of the young man, crushing him so hard that he'd been unable to expand his chest and take in life-giving breath. Had his own father, the old woman's son, not pulled him up, he certainly would have died. Thank you so much for listening. Please remember to like if you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I am working with Kanarushi to develop some animations for you guys, so make sure to hit the notification button because you won't want to miss it. Once again, thank you so much for joining us, and as always, stay creepy, my lovelies.